So you know you're headed home, but they send a load over. Do you take it, or do you just go home? I know what I would do, but I know what we did. More on that coming up right after this.
Hi everybody, I'm Judy.
And I'm Jim, and welcome to It's a Highway Vlog, where you get to travel the country with us, and you don't even have to leave the moonshine still in the backyard.
So while you're all sitting around the still enjoying yourselves,
don't forget to smash that subscribe button, click that little notification bell,
ring,
so you don't miss anything. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. We are at the Pilot. No, we're at the Loves. I'm looking right at the sign, and I said
right
Pilot.
there's the sign.
We are at the Loves in Richmond, Kentucky. We're here for the evening. We unloaded this morning. This afternoon. We picked up this morning in Indiana, and we dropped to this afternoon.
That was kind of an oddball because we don't normally do day loads, but it paid us to do it, so we did it.
And so we're here, and we're here for the evening. We have a load in the morning that picks up here.
And another day run.
Another day run that goes to the state up north that we don't mention by name.
No, bad word. Can't say it.
Has to do with this. Anyway. So we were sort of an interesting thing. We were not planning on going home this weekend, but Judy was talking to her mom Sunday.
And Mom decided that she just switched positions to another store, and they had her scheduled out 3 weeks, and she wound up noticing that she wasn't going to have Thanksgiving off, and she wasn't going to have any weekend time off at any of those weeks, and this was the only week that our immediate family could get together for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so Judy's got a brother and 2 sisters, and they each have 3 kids, and then all the grandkids. So now there's a bunch of us, so we'll be getting to get ready together on this Saturday for Thanksgiving, just a little bit early. Next weekend, we're also coming home. That was planned because Judy's dad's side of the family, we have Thanksgiving, and that involves like 150 to 180 people getting together. So that's a big deal for us, and we always try to get home for that. So anyway, a little wrench got thrown in our plans. We thought, we got 2 weeks, we can stay out and, just sort of run and maybe get a weekend run. Well, it's not happening.
For good reasons. We're excited to get home and see everybody. And
I would go home every weekend, literally. But we would, Anyway.
So which brings us to the topic of our discussion
of today is how do you do that? Because we have to actually plan out sort of our loads to be able to get close to the house, because I don't want to deadhead 1,000 miles. We wouldn't want to take a load to Florida that delivers on Friday morning and then have to drive 1,000 miles home to be home for Saturday. So, we're looking at realistically trying to get within 250 to 300 miles of the house.
Yeah, and also depending on what time you want to get home, depending on what loads you take. So we had to start planning. Trying to plan starting Tuesday, because we already had our load Monday. And so trying to figure out, okay, where do we go and what's the most likely place we can go that will get us to where we need to go so we can, get home eventually. So.
Yeah, we've changed a little bit of our philosophy, I guess, in the last year. It's actually just in relation to how the business has sort of changed. We used to love, and still do, where we would run back and forth from California to the East Coast and back and forth and back and forth. And that is just not working for us at the moment for various reasons. There's fewer loads coming out of California. It just seems like the competition is much higher. It's harder to get loads with this load board that FedEx has in place.
And with our C truck that, used to have an advantage.
We used to have an advantage. Now I think we have a disadvantage. So we've had to change a little bit. So here recently, we have been staying in the Midwest, and that's a little different. We're not even really trying to run so much to the East Coast. You go to the East Coast, and there's tolls that are just getting ridiculous. The Midwest doesn't have many tolls unless you go around Chicago, and we even managed to avoid Chicago.
Or Indiana and Ohio if you're up north. You do have to run
the
those
turnpikes through Indiana and Ohio. So we, we've been running in the Midwest and into the South a little bit. North Carolina is always a good place for us. Tennessee. We started the week basically in Wisconsin. So, that's where we're trying to run. There's places that we don't run to just because there's no freight there for us.
Yeah, well, let's talk about our week. We went from Wisconsin.
Right.
And
we unloaded it last Friday in Wisconsin.
Yes.
And we set all day Friday, and eventually Friday afternoon we got a load that we would have to deadhead to southwestern Indiana to pick up. So that's when we decided to drive down, and we got to Effingham, which, by the way, I'll put a link to that video right here. I like doing that. Ties everything together. So then we went down to Effingham, and we set for the weekend. Monday morning, we got up, drove to our pickup, got there somewhat in the afternoon, I think. Ran into the nastiness.
Yes, the weather, which is another video link to whatever.
Yeah, that was on Veterans Day.
Yeah, Veterans Day. We ran through a mess.
And then we eventually delivered in near Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah.
That would have been Tuesday morning. And then what did we do from there? Yeah, we forget what we do like 3 days ago.
We came back up to Kentucky to pick up.
Right. Well, yeah, that's right. We picked up in Kentucky on Tuesday evening. So we drove 380 some miles from Memphis up to Louisville to pick up a load. And we went from there out to Kansas City.
Yep.
And delivered in Kansas City yesterday morning. And then
sent a load. We were, we really weren't we knew we had to be home, but there really wasn't a whole lot of loads to choose from, and they wound up sending us a load that picked up again. Well, in Indiana.
Same place we picked up on Monday.
Indiana. And then headed to Kentucky.
And then here we sat, and we thought we were finished for the week. And in fact, normally, I would have been finished for the week because I wanted to go home. So there's possibility when we got unloaded, we could have been home this evening.
Yeah. When Jim hears we're going to go home, it's let's go now. And and then we have to remember, we do have a goal for the week, and
yes,
we want to be able to make financial stable decisions, especially with Christmas coming up and time off and freight slowing down around the holidays.
It's overrated. Money,
yeah. So anyway, we have to talk ourselves out of not heading home today because that was
right.
So we sat down here after we delivered, and this load came out, and we're headed up to that state up north.
Yeah. And then we'll head home tomorrow because if they send us a load tomorrow, no, we're not taking that. We're going home.
No, but by the way, they did send us a load for tomorrow, which
yes, they did.
We decided not to take.
Yes, they did.
That was going to run east. So, we could have ran this weekend, which is a nice thing to know that there are still loads out there that we could have grabbed and made even more money.
So the loads that we're taking are shorter runs, obviously, but they pay well. We've had a pretty decent week per mile week for all the loads we've ran. So it makes it just a little different. We have a financial goal per week.
And that's our personal owner-operator plus personal finance.
And I'm talking gross revenue per week. We have a goal. And we also have a per month goal that we try to hit. So if we have a bad week, maybe the next week will make up for it. So, but actually, I think Judy and I are sort of working on a series of videos that we'll probably put out here in the next week or so or two, where we talk about expediting, the business of expediting, and how that works for us, how we got started, some things you would need to know, like how to get started in expediting.
And differences between drivers and operators, owner-operators.
And that's coming from our point of view as a refrigerated truck signed on to FedEx Custom Critical. So I will try. I'm actually thinking about, we know friends that drive for different carriers, so I'll be able to get some of their thoughts too, because if you drive for a different expedite carrier, freight's different, and it's not the same thing as what we do.
So we'll try to cover all that.
Right.
In our upcoming series.
Upcoming series later on. It's a highway.
Maybe we'll have a Get Started series, a Now series, driver, owner, operator.
We have all kinds of ideas. We just need to sort of put those into action.
Need to organize them.
I'm not strong in organization. She is. I'm not.
It depends on what it is.
Right. So anyway, that's what we're doing. We're going to be headed home tomorrow, and we'll be there. My microwave got shipped today.
It's shipped, so hopefully we'll have a video on that too. Another upcoming video.
Either tomorrow or Saturday's video will probably involve me putting the microwave in the truck and hoping it works. So, but we'll see. If you like stuff like this, and like to hear me ramble on incoherently for hours at a time, please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the little notification bell so you don't miss anything. And we will see you all in the next video.
All right. So long, everybody.
Good night.